viewer, welcome to Sans TV News, and thank you for joining us as we get to inform you the news making headlines in the country. My name is Elvis Odhiambo, and my sign language interpreter voicing Esther Kendi. Let's head on to what is happening in the country. Is the body of the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga earlier today arrived at Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Mamboleo, Kisumu, for public viewing, where thousands of mourners gathered at the venue as the late leader's casket was received under tight security. Odinga's body was flown from Nairobi to Kisumu as part of the national mourning event, which, with reports indicating it was transported aboard a KDF chopper. The atmosphere at the stadium was filled with songs, chants, and emotional tributes, and supporters expressed their respect for the late statesman. Several national and regional leaders are present to receive the body, reflecting Odinga's significant political influence. Security has been heightened around the stadium following recent incident during a previous memorial event as the country continues to prepare for his state funeral. Viewing of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga body has officially begun at Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium in Mamboleo in Kisumu, where thousands of mourners across the country have turned up to pay their last respects to the veteran opposition leader. Security officers and ushers are strictly guiding mourners as they file past the casket in an orderly manner, and authorities have urged members of the public not to take photos or videos of the body during the viewing. The viewing marks a key moment in the national mourning period for Odinga, whose legacy has drawn crowds and tributes from leaders and citizens alike. Security remains tight around the stadium to ensure peaceful and dignified events. The former U.S. President Barack Obama has paid a heartfelt tribute to Kenya's long-time opposition leader and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, describing him as a true champion of democracy and a symbol of resilience in African politics. Obama praised Odinga's decades of long struggle for freedom and justice, noting that he often put the country's unity and peace ahead of his personal and political ambitions. Obama, whose father was Kenya, reflected on his personal connection to Kenya's political journey and Odinga's impact on the continent. He said Odinga's leadership extended beyond Kenya's borders, inspiring many through his commitment to reconciliation and democratic values. He emphasized that Odinga's example will be remembered across Africa and the world. The former U.S. President extended his condolences to Odinga's family and the people of Kenya on behalf of himself and the former First Lady Michelle Obama. Global leaders have continued to pay tribute to the late opposition leader, honoring his contribution to democracy, Pan-Africanism, social justice, and Odinga passed away at 80. That was October 15th in India, while he was going to be laid to rest on Sunday, October 19th. Tribute, we have the Luo Council of Elders on Saturday paid their final respect to the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Mamboleo, Kisumu. The ceremony drew thousands of mourners from across the country. The elders, dressed in traditional regalia, held their hats and raised cow tails high as a sign of deep reverence for Odinga's life and legacy. The symbolic gesture reflected the community's immense respect for Odinga, who is regarded as a unifying figure and a defender of democratic ideas. The Council of Elders on Saturday represented bulls at the home of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga in Bondo in honor for his legacy as a respected statesman, and the ceremony drew family members, community leaders, and dignitaries who paid their respects. The presentation of the bulls was a symbolic gesture rooted in Luya cultural traditions, signifying respect, unity, and a mark of honor for Odinga's contribution to the nation. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi led the elders in traditional ritual. Now, we've come to the end of the news making headlines. Thank you for joining us here at Science TV News. I have been your host. We are really grieving the death or the passing of our champion who has been an advocate of democracy, Baba. Let's hope we get to keep the spirit and wish the family, I wish to extend my condolences to the family. See you in the next show.